past the movie theater. Of course, there were no cars, and it made me think about all the people who, if you're on YouTube, give me a minute. Let me talk to my sisters first. It reminded me of all the people who are going through withdrawals because they're not able to watch sports. Um, and I thought about also most adults I know, single and in relationships, right? This is a common thing. They treat themselves to the movies occasionally. Okay, that's what they do to spend a few hours of quiet by themselves. Just go and see a movie. And those productions take a while and they're lined up to be released in a very strategic way. These niggas might have to drop Iron Man 7 and 9 at the same time. Them movies gonna start coming out like iPhones and shit. Well, you like, goddamn, can't we just can't we just update this the prequel? Lots of changes, but I believe that things will be on the upswing for us. Okay, really soon. I'm out here like I'm out here like my president. Shit fucked up today. I know thousands of niggas just died, but by Easter, nigga, we shall rise again. Oh shit, boy, who made you? Who made you? Listen, I'm sorry my phone keep falling. We trying to find a way to set this up so we can just ride the wave. Okay, great rising. Great rising. If you're here on YouTube, I love you. Great rising. Thanks for being here with me. This was supposed to be a private read for the sisters, but we had some snags. So today today you'll be able to get your fly on the wall on. All right, so here we go. We're picking up at page 314, Sacred Woman, Queen of Four. Journal work, sister to sister dialogue 1. You're my sister, and I forgive you. One of the best ways to promote sister to sister healing is to do a journal dialogue between your sister friend and yourself. You might start by asking if she's willing to speak with you from her highest self. Then write how you feel about your relationship. Try not to be accusing, shaming, blaming. Remember, there are no victims here, just relationships in need of purification. Write honestly how the challenges in your relationship make you feel. Then let her speak and keep going from there. You may be quite surprised about what happens between you by the end of your dialogue. Your relationship with your sister friend may not change as a result of this dialogue because consciously she's unaware of it. Your relationship with your sister friend may not change as a result of this dialogue because consciously she's unaware of it. The transformation will come through you. The healing will come through your new insights and understandings about your friend and your relationship. Your behavior toward her will change. And in time, because all things change when we do, your friend's behavior will slowly begin to change towards you for the better. Here's an example. Sister 1, the abused but forgiving and evolved sister. Okay, so in this example, sister 1 is she is the victim in that she's been abused. Notice that she didn't call her victim. She has been abused but is forgiving and is an evolved sister. She writes, "Your words hurt. Why must you be so harsh and judgmental?" Sister 2, this sister is filled with fear and anger, but seeking to cleanse her soul by pleading forgiveness. "I was just trying to protect you and keep you from hurting yourself again. I'm sorry. Maybe I could have done it another way, maybe taken a gentler approach." Sister 1, "It's all right. I forgive you, for you're my sister." Sister 2, give me a minute because this is going to be awkward doing the sister 1, sister 2. Hold on 1 second. Let me get a sister 2 to do. Let me find sister 2. Mm-hmm. Bow. All right. Just rock with me, okay? All right. So I'm going to listen. I'm going to be sister 1. You're going to be sister 2. Cool? This is how we're going to do it. All right. Your words hurt. Why must you be so harsh and judgmental? Okay? This sister is filled with anger and fear, but seeking to cleanse her soul by pleading forgiveness. "I was just trying to protect you and keep you from hurting yourself again. I'm sorry. Maybe I could have done it another way. Maybe I could have taken a more gentle approach. It's all right. I forgive you. You are my sister. I always admire you and put you up on a pedestal. Then jealousy stepped in and I took a wrong turn. Please, won't you forgive me?" Ah. I don't know, sir. I don't know, sir. I don't know. No, I'm just fucking around. Since I was just fucking around. Since I was just fucking around. I'm just fucking around. All right. We're gonna do that again. Just not from the top though. Okay. Say then jealousy stepped in and I took a wrong turn. Please forgive me. It's all right. I forgive you. You're my sister. You got all mama's attention. I just hated you for it. But you were the one who was always so together, my sister. I was always so undone. And mama just knew. So it only seemed that she cared more for me than you. It only seemed that way. Hmm. Forgive me for my bad attitude, for in truth, I always loved you. Through the years, you always watched over me. Sister, could you help me be a better sister friend and not bring harm to you and me by my words, thoughts, and deeds? Of course, my sister. I'll always be there for you because mama wouldn't have it any other way. After all, we are sisters born from the same womb. All right. So that's peace. So we got that taken care of. Thanks, sis. Listen, thanks, sis. And let me do introduce you to sis, since you have her here. Hold on, let me make her a little more appropriate. Um, this was a gift to me from one of the babies in my life. And I like her because her body is beautiful. You know what I mean? Look at this. Okay, well, I mean, I ain't want to expose her and shit, but but look at how beautiful. I mean, look, girl, what you doing, girl, with all that? Ooh, nothing. What's all that poking from the back? Ooh, nothing. All right, be focused, yo. If it's your first time here, just love me through that, all right? Just love me through that. But yeah, I actually did. I thought about how difficult it is for me to read. Yesterday, I cried because anytime I'm on camera, I'm seeing myself and interacting with myself. And I'm my best friend. You know what I mean? And it's hard to focus in class when you sit next to your best friend. So, and so when I do read yesterday, I cried. My plan is to get sis dressed up so she can sit there and read so that I can be on the sidelines and just enjoy the book also. Um, but you know me, the fuck around is definitely just around the bend. All right. All right, let's keep going. Great rising, and I really do love you. I really do love you. So let's talk about that just for a second before we slide on the journal work, sister to sister dialogue too. Because we always joke about the love contest. Be like, I love you more. Now I love you the most. You don't want no smoke. We do that all the time, but I need you to understand when I tell you that I love you more, um, it's the plug right here. This the secret. I won't say I love you most. You never hear me say I love you most because most indicates a cap. Okay. Most indicates a cap, and there isn't one. So when I say I love you more, I never intend that I love you in a more quantitative love than what you love me. When I say I love you more than I did before. I love you more than I did before. And at each interaction, I love you more and I love you more and I love you más. You understand? Just so you know, it's peace because there are times when I love you more seems like a response to I love you, but actually, it, it's the initial comment. You know what I mean? I love you more. You know what I mean? I love you more. I love you more. When you practice that state of mind, loving more, it is yo the same way nasty frequencies will impact you and other people, so will frequencies of peace and positivity. They will, okay? And so we just like we have the spell where we say peace, 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 peace. I love you more is also a spell. I love you more, okay? It can be used as an introduction, it can be used interjectory or as an exit. I love you more. And that's it. You know what I mean? I love you more. Sometimes we exhaust our heads and our hearts. Sometimes we exhaust these hands trying to prove a point. I love you more. You know what I mean? And that's it. Peace, 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 peace. All right, moving on. Because yeah, we're talking about journal work and we're talking about dialoguing with bitches, but we've already learned that sometimes you're talking to people and sometimes you're talking to pain. All right. We already know that this is a beautiful dialogue when me and sis have it. But in real life, this isn't the way that it usually goes. And that's why it's also important um, to dialogue by yourself first. Okay. To dialogue by yourself. That means if me and Zanette have a problem and I'm not sure how to approach her, or I know that she's not going to receive me well because I know my sister, then it's peace for me to first, before I do say something to her, do a journal to journal dialogue myself with myself, like writing the responses that I hope she'll say. You know what I mean? Writing honest and open answers. So I say, so I set the tone for it. So I set the tone. It is magic. It is magic. Okay. It is magic in that it is alchemy. And we've practiced alchemy and money all the time. And it wasn't witch and then when you had to make $1 out of 15 cents, but when you got to make light out of dark, you kind of recognize how magical it is in effort. All right, so we're picking up again on page 315, second column, journal work. Sister to Sister Dialogue 2. If you are reading with us, this is Queen Afua, Sacred Woman. Okay. Journal work, Sister to Sister Dialogue 2. Sister, don't fret, because you got it too. I mean, sometimes sisters are envious of one another, and that toxic state makes us out of sorts. When each of us reflects deeply enough in our own golden treasure chest, we'll see that each sister woman has been well endowed with blessings that fit her life path, her destiny. So, sisters, don't you fret, because you've got it that way too. Vanessa is all depressed about what she thinks she does not have in life. To compound things, she feels her sister girlfriend, Ruby, is blessed to do a greater degree than her, is blessed to a greater degree than herself. So she writes a dialogue with Ruby in her sacred womb journal to get all those feelings up and out. Hold on. If I be Vanessa, you mind being Ruby? Just another day living round the way. Just another day around the way. All right, we ready? Getting her curls together, getting her little curls together. All right. I ain't gonna have sis out here fucked up. All right. So I'm gonna be Ruby. I'm Ruby, blessed to a greater degree than Vanessa, at least by Vanessa's perceptions. Okay. So we're gonna write this dialogue with Ruby in the sacred journal. Sister girlfriend Ruby, you're more than beautiful. You're more beautiful than me. According to whose image of beauty? You are educated better than me. But Vanessa, you're the one with street smarts and survival skills. You have more material goods than I. But sister, you're the one who's truly rich because your spirit's always been filled. You've always had a good man. She always gets the good ones. Right? You've always had a good man. But sister, you are always the one more contented with self. Vanessa, don't concern yourself with the way I've been blessed, because if you reflect, you'll see you got it that way too, all in your own way. Ashe, giving thanks that I've read this a million times, it seems, and I have never, ever until right now put myself and my birth sister in this conversation. I don't feel like either of us are jealous of the other. You know what I mean? I do know that, but it could easily be that her and I have learned to we've learned to experience human emotions, but not to exercise those in deed. Okay. Again, you can be jealous. You're entitled to feel jealous sometimes. You are not, it is not permissible or just for you to go and take her man or snatch his money up. Okay. You can be mad. You can be livid. You can be angry and enraged. Okay. And still, it's not permissible or just for you to damage somebody else's material or physical person. All right. So for you to experience human emotions, Ashe, give them room to be. But as far as the deed that follows, that's what we got to focus on. All right. Focus on, because most of these emotions don't warrant any deed. Okay. Um, So, but this is a conversation that my sister and I do have all the times, these very things. You have more material goods, or you'll make more money, or you have always got a good man. I'm thinking, I know your man ain't shit, but you was with the nigga for 15 years, sis. That's an accomplishment. Okay, that's an accomplishment. I can't kick it with a nigga for 15 days. Good. If shit start looking real bad, I start getting real airy. Like, yeah. Another one of the things I remember when we were younger, and I would look at her body like, man, her butt is so beautiful. And she would look at my body like, man, your breasts are so big. And we would always joke. And whenever her and I were younger and dating and would meet guys, we would actually say that she got all the ass and I got all the titties. You know what I mean? That she's felt like, how could I have been so fortunate? I have had 5 children, and I've been the first baby mama. I didn't even think that mattered. Okay. To me, it doesn't matter. Like, I've been blessed 5 times, yo. Yeah, like I created 5 glitches in the system. But to sis, she's like, you've always had the experience of having the men who have impregnated you support you and take care of you and get bins for you to throw up and hold your hair and go get pickles and shit and olives in the middle of the night. Like, you've always had that. Um, she said more than once that I'm more fortunate because my children's fathers, I have all of their firstborn. Okay. As it turns out, and I've been the first love a lot of times. We was young, sis. I don't know. That's what happened. It's not like I was out here like, I'm only fucking niggas who don't have no kids. it just it just happened that way. But yeah, I tell her there is some there is beauty. I listen to the conversations that my children have with themselves, amongst themselves, and the conversations they have with other children in the neighborhood over the years. And when they have half fathers and stepfathers and 2 daddies and half mamas, they are confused. It's peace and it's power, but they are a little bit like the babies don't know which way is up. Because I've heard them say things like, little kids in the neighborhood, how come she your sister? Y'all got the same mom and daddy, but you don't look like her. How come you darker than her? And one say, that's not my daddy. That's not even my dad. My dad lived in Texas. Kids don't give a damn. Um, the point is, I'll tell her, it's just as beautiful as it is that I'm able to experience first times with men. It's beautiful that your children have only had to experience first with their father. You know what I mean? They've only ever had to experience this. My children have seen me with each of their fathers. They've seen me with other men. They've seen me love Tim. They've seen me through it all. Because I ain't never going to secretly bring no nigga around talking about this your uncle. Because if I'm keeping secrets, you're keeping secrets. So I'm very honest and forward with them. So my children are exposed to a completely different dynamic of what a healthy relationship looks like. And so it's peace. It's peace. You know what I mean? What your children are learning is a conventional way of marriage, and that's what you would have for them. And so that's peace. Okay. Um, yeah, it's okay. It's okay. Okay, this, and then I'm gonna go on. I tell my sister, like, I'm most attracted to men that are over 40. I am most attracted in mind, in body, and in spirit. I said body too. I like droopy nuts. Okay. I told you already. I like a nigga with the gout. Okay. If he ain't got no fucked up lumbar, what he gonna do for me? But stress me the fuck out. Okay. But I tell her all the time, I'm more interested in men who are 40 plus. I'm more interested in men who have traveled. And just being real, in the black community, they either in the military or they're truck drivers, sis. They ain't pilots. All right, I'm gonna stop fucking around. I do need some water. But I'm telling her, financial security and financial literacy and financial responsibility are all are all very important to me. I can share dick with anyone. I am not in a position to share money or productivity with anyone who is not willing to grow it. Okay? That's it. So and looking for that, if I was looking for a man who had no kids and who'd never been married, my market might be between 18 and 21. If I'm looking for a man who travels, more likely because of work, okay, that way he's paid to travel, then listen, he does have children, maybe even grandchildren, because I don't want to be in a relationship with a man who is pressing. Like, if we have a baby, cool, but I don't want to be in a relationship with a man who's pressing, like pressing, he ain't got no kids, so he want to have, like, listen, my dynamic is a much older man. So when she looking, she like, I always get the good men. It's not even that. You want a man with a good hard dick. You want a man with a good hard dick and good tight nuts and shit. You want a man who got that goddamn. Oh, wait a minute. You want the one who got the shit. Listen. And so that's what's important to you. And so that's what you've sought out. So I may have a man who is better financially, and you have a man who serves better sexually. Okay, could be that. But anyway, the point is, you got all you need in your medicine bag, and I got all I need in my medicine bag. You know what I mean? And so I love you more. That's peace. Don't concern yourself with the way I've been blessed, because if you reflect, you'll see you got it that way too, all in your own way. I was listening to hold on, Negros and Frijoles. I was listening to Willie Mo Jr. Willie Mo Jr. here. He's so cute. Um, be making me think I want a Christian man. Then I'd be like, nope. Wait a minute. I was listening to Willie Mo Jr. and he was talking about blessings coming in, like blessings coming in on a landing pad. You know what I mean? Like all the shit you ever wanted, needed, prayed for, hoped for, manifested, tried to create, all of that shit is waiting for you. It's hovering and shit, and it gotta have a clear space to land. And if you got old niggas and toxic shit and dirty bitches and bad behaviors and old habits, and like if you got a bunch of bullshit on the landing pad, then it ain't gonna be able to come in. Okay. And trust, if you looking all at my landing pad and you worry about what the fuck on mine and how much shit I got coming in on mine, and you ain't no Amazon Prime had a plane. Bitch. No, that wasn't me. Bitch. Bitch. Really, yo, you gotta clean your space. You gotta clear your space so that shit can come in for a landing. I say, giving thanks to my dear. I don't even remember which play I watched years ago, a my dear play, and like she was being funny. You know how we say some people they ain't the brightest bulb in the chandelier, or you know what I mean, shit like. Oh, my dear say it's a clear day, baby. Just land. Okay. Just it's a clear day, my nigga. Just come on, man. We waiting on you. Get your shit together. Fuck. All right. Listen, and I say this in the most loving way. I really do. Okay. So we're moving on to the bottom of page 315, the Mayat Feather Meditation, balancing the heart. Really, though, the envy thing is a big deal with sisters. The envy. You just gotta recognize it. When you know what it is, it's a lot different. I know that when we ride down the freeway, if we pass a sewage spot and the car immediately starts to smell like shit, my children who don't drive all the time, most of the time they ride and they're distracted. My children have no idea about sewage systems or where they are in the city. Like, so whenever we pass this and they happen to smell it, it's just like, oh my God, who farted? Mommy, was that you? No, he who smelled it dealt it. But because I know that it's the air outside of the vehicle, like it's a lot different. You know what I mean? I need some water. Hold on right quick. It's all right. So when we know what something is, it's easier for us to recognize it, rock with it, and wait for it to pass. With sisters, a lot of it is just jealousy or competition. We've been wired to believe that we have to compete. I really need you to get to a place where you look at everyone like they're your teammate. Okay. You look like everyone like they're your teammate. And if they're not serving the team well, then either they haven't been trained or they're lacking the tools. You feel me? My little nephew played football. There were times he showed up without the shoulder pads. He can't play. He can't play, yo. This is contact practice today. He don't have the equipment. He can't play. Sometimes sisters may seem mad or jealous or envious because they believe they can't play. And you got to make no, sis, you got some. You know what I mean? You got some. It's a work. It's a very difficult work, but it's a necessary work. It's a necessary work. Damn, I love the sisterhood. I'm gonna tell you something. Then I swear to God, I'm gonna read. Yesterday, I went to the post office to send off a few packages. I had to pick and choose which ones I was gonna send because I ain't have money to ship everything. Money's coming in slower. I'm okay, but money's coming in slower. So before I used to just go ship $70 worth of shit at a time. Now I'm like, listen, I'm gonna ship $30 today, $30 tomorrow. And so I went into the post office and I had on my fork and spoon joints, my food for thought. And yeah, and the lady, the post office lady was like, "Those are so cute." She kept saying, "That is so cute," and I was like, they call food for thought, you know." And then she was like, "Oh my God, I love that." And you know me, I'm like, "Tell me, say it again." She's like, "I love that." I was like, "Let's say it one more time for me because the shit sounds sweet." She's like, "I love them." I'm like, "Good, because they're yours." She's like, "What? Wait, what?" Then her eyes started doing that thing. You know how when our eyes start sweating? She like, wait, what? And somebody was like, "Girl, you got her speechless. She giving them to you, Cheryl." Cheryl, she letting you have them. Cheryl, the girl said you could have them, Cheryl. She like, "No, I can't. How much are they?" I'm like, "They $30 on my site, yo, but these are yours though. These not $30. These yours, sis. These yours. Don't give me my tracking. I got to get up out of here." And she's like, "I can't just give you nothing. I can't just give you nothing." And then she gave me $10 and she's like, "It's all I got." And then my Cash App went off and shit. Not to put Martina business in the street, but Martina was in my Cash App. And then all the people in the line started trying to help her give me the $30 and shit. And I walked out of there with $2 more than what I walked in the shit with. Listen, when you make women feel like you are on the same team, there is no way you can lose, B. There's no way you can lose. This is a fail-proof formula. This is a fail-proof formula. I'm out here like Khaleesi, goddammit, the mother of dragons. I don't think you niggas understand. When the woman come through, when she come through with the sister, that was some good shit too. Y'all remember that one tribe of the women who would wear the poison lipstick and shit? So niggas come up talking about they about to do all kind of rape things and hit them with the kiss of death. You know what I mean? Anyway, getting the jealousy out, reminding our sisters that they are enough. They are enough. And we do this by randomly complimenting sisters everywhere we are all the time. My birth sister tell me, "Bitch, bitch, bitch, when we go in here, don't say fucking nothing to nobody. You always being friendly, smiling in people's faces. It's the coronora, bitch." As soon as we get in there, here I go. Here comes the hot stepper. I be like, "Queen, why you fucking them up? Girl, you fucking them up, baby." Oh, goodness. She's like, "Girl, listen," but I do be saying it from 6 feet away. "Hey, so nailed it." All right, we're moving on. It's really important, yo. It's really important that we get past the jealousy. I told you recently I was talking to this, I met a young man, 25, who is trans attracted. I think that's what I liked about him, that I never met a man who was honest and trans attracted. Like, you like, never mind. We've been through this. Nigga, I'm old school. If your girlfriend got a dick, you gay. But I know that's old school shit. In the new line of thinking, you're trans attracted or whatever the fuck. Anyway, um, I thought Great Rising Bread. Hold on, let me get some aqua. Hmm. Yeah, I remember Great Great Rising. Hold on, I'm missing all my comments on here too. Hold on right quick. Hold on right quick. Make sure I'm missing that. Great Rising. Great Rising. Great Rising. Adrian, I love you. Julian, I love you. Lakeisha, I love you. Cherry, you know I love you. Queen L. Eddie, you know I love you. I don't want to fuck this up. How I pronounce your name, sis? Malebo? Malibo? Type it out. Make it yeah. We're gonna make it plain. Type it out European for me. So I know how to say it. They took my tongue. Since they took my tongue, I'm working on it. Really though. So in talking to this trans attracted guy, I remember we were having a conversation because we worked together at the little pizza spot. I remember he made a joke once about all the guys that flirt with me, and he pointed out to me that the guys that flirt with me are gay and feminine. And I didn't think it was flirting. I thought it was just interaction. But he was like, it would get to a point where he would be like, you got another one, you got another one. And this is laughing matter. And I remember saying to him one time, because the guy was so flamingly gay, he's like, you got another one. That it tickled me so bad I had to walk off laughing. And when I walked back, I was like, that was funny. He's like, was it? I'm like, yeah, because that guy was so obviously gay. And you're like my type. And he's like, I know. Listen, anyway, this conversation that we have where he makes me more aware of the energy that's attracted to me. All right. Because I keep looking at vessels and avatars. He made me more aware of the energy that approaches me. Okay. And in our conversing and me watching him, I learned a lot about him. I was like, wow. My initial thought was, it's crazy that he gets along with all the women that I like least. Okay. He gets along well with all the women I like least. I'm new here at the job. I'm making these mental judgments. I'm not gonna fuck with her too tough. Better not fuck with her too tough. I sure shouldn't fuck with her too tough. Now I'ma love him, but I ain't fucking with him too tough. And he's like, well, you know what? So-and-so is cool and so-and-so is cool, but the ones that I really like at the job are this one, and this one. I'm thinking, damn nigga, too tough, and so rough. Fuck. I recognize that it's the masculinity in the women that he's more drawn to. The more alpha the female, the more drawn to her he is. But I also recognize in that the more alpha a woman is, the more repelled I am. Wonder why that is. There's some competition going on. I'm sure that it's intrinsic, it's natural to who the human thing is. You know what I mean? But we got to do the God shit. And so that's peace. Great rising, Sharon. Great rising, sis. Great rising. Great rising. Okay, yeah, I still want to know how to pronounce it, sis. Like, I like the rapper Igbo boy from the South. I like the rapper Toe Wigway. Okay, and I know his name is spelled Nwigwe, but in the lyric he says his last name is Wigway. So he says niggas put way too many consonants in his name. Okay, the N is silent. Okay, and I'm learning a lot of times in African words that I've looked at. Okay, names, particularly some of those first letters are just there. They placeholders. Um, and if you watch Rhythm and Flow and you're familiar with D Smoke, you should also be familiar with his brother Sir, who has been an established artist long before him. On the show, you heard D Smoke say he didn't want to ride the coattail of any family member. He wanted to make his own mark. So a lot of people have heard of one, but have never completely heard of the other. And they are both completely different and both equally beautiful. Okay. So one artist, his name is Sir, and the brother is D Smoke. But yes, I put them both right in the category with Toad. Okay. Yes, enlightenment. Shaka Khan said word sounds have power. You know what I mean? And you got to know it's really simple. If I'm listening to something to be like, you a bitch, you a bitch, you a bad bitch. Classy, savage, nasty. Sis, you got to know that this shit is impacting who the fuck you are, yo. Like, listen, the men that you talk to, that's exactly what they think you are. That's exactly how they see you. You know what I mean? I'm a real ass, trill ass bitch from the South. I'm sorry to fucking hear that. I'm sorry to fucking hear that because once you know how God you are, it's amazing how only divinity will entertain you. You know what I mean? It's amazing how once you recognize how God you are, only divinity will entertain you. We know how God Beyonce is. That nigga who trying to fuck you and trying to spend your money and do you dirty ain't trying to say shit when B come around because he already know his position. Like when you walking in your divinity, yo, only divinity will approach you. Anytime some fuck shit run up on you, it's okay to be that, like, damn, let me go and assess my motherfucking aura, because nigga, who in the hell left the gate open? Indeed, these artists speak life into women. They speak life into our minds, our bodies, and our wombs, yo. If you only listening to music for entertainment anyway, like you might as well listen to something that costs you. I guarantee listening to Miss Mulatto, and I love young women. I guarantee you listening to Megan the fucking Stallion, you paying more than 99 cents for that download. You know what I mean? Trust that shit gonna cost you more than 99 cents. All right, the Mayat feather meditation, balancing the heart. Balancing the heart. And I'm okay with balance, like balance the heart in all matters. All right. Balance the heart in all matters. You just have to make sure that that's not the, like we teach the kids what different things to eat. Is this an everyday food or is this a sometime food? So we say apples, they're like everyday food. And what about pizza? That's a sometimes food. Yeah, ratchetry to any degree should be sometimey. Okay. If not, you will hone in on that frequency, and that is where you'll stay until something grand remove you or break you from it. All right, the Mayat feather meditation, balancing the heart. Mayat or Mat, okay, M-A-A-T, Mayat is the cosmic order that permeates all creation. It represents truth, righteousness, balance, order, law, reciprocity, propriety, and sobriety. The ancient Kemites based spirituality. I'm gonna start that one from the beginning, just for me. Ma'at is the cosmic order that permeates all creation. Ashe. It represents truth, righteousness, balance, order, law, reciprocity, propriety, and sobriety. It represents truth, righteousness, balance, order, law, reciprocity, propriety, and sobriety. If you'll give me a minute, I'm speaking over myself right now. I'm the cosmic order. I permeate all creation. I represent truth. I represent righteousness. I represent balance. I represent order. I represent law. I represent reciprocity. I represent propriety. And I represent sobriety. The ancient Kemites based spirituality, government, relationships, professions, their entire lives on the principle of Mayat. Come up with your mantra. I love without ownership. I trust without fear. I give without expectation. I receive with great appreciation. I told you, if we ever went on a game show where you had to guess what Ife would say, if you know my life mantra, then you can find the answer within. How would Ife respond if a bitch did this? If a nigga did that, how would Ife respond? If somebody tell you Ife said something, somebody tell you Ife did something, if they tell you to go back and watch 3 minutes and 42 seconds and see if you thought she was talking about you, bitch. If you understand who I am, if you understand that I represent truth, righteousness, balance, order, law, reciprocity, propriety, and sobriety, then you already know. Then you know the truth. The principles of Mayat represented by the feather. The heart in the Kemetic system is seen as the seat of intelligence. It was weighed with the feather of Mayat on the scale, one against the other, as shown in the judgment scenes on the walls of many Egyptian temples. The Kemites believed that if your heart became burdened through life's lessons, then the scale would be out of balance, opening the way to illness and plague. But if your heart maintained balance with the feather on the scale, then you would be in harmony with life, for your heart would be equal to the lightness of Inter, the one most high. Then you would be free of disease in the body, in mind, and in spirit. If you would, my daughter is 7. And so there was one time she went to school and somebody called her arm fat. We have fat arms, okay? We don't work on them, we gonna have fat arms, okay? It ain't like life just promised us fat arms. Anyway, she says, oh, I'm talking to her about my pull-up bar when she remembers that somebody at school offended her. She's like, oh, Zuhaili said I had fat arms. Okay, what did you say? I said, brother finger, where are you? That's so good, baby. That's so good. There are people who will have a nasty call at work, a nasty experience with a supervisor or a coworker, or some people will be cut off by a car on the way to work. And that is enough for them to kill themselves. They gonna yell about it, scream about it, call 52 motherfuckers about it, post about it. They gonna come home and tell something. You ain't gonna, this nigga almost drove me off the road today. You ain't gonna believe what this bitch said to me at the job. Listen, you gotta understand that carrying that is in the heart is exactly what we mean when we talk about burdening the heart with the lessons. All right. Burdening the heart with the lessons. The moment that Zoo Haley called my daughter's arm fat, she said, brother finger, brother finger. And that shit was gone. Okay. Her and Zoo Haley shared a Rice Krispie snack the next day at lunch. Listen, children children have this gift. Children have this gift, and we seem to give it up as we grow older. All right. Your heart can be burdened through your life's lessons, and you will be out of balance, and you will open the way for illness and plague. My daughter lost no sleep that night. She lost no sleep. She was able to eat. Remember, our digestive system works best when we are operating at an emotional level of wellness. Okay. So if you're sick, if you're sad, if you're depressed, if you're mad, if you're tired, if you're lonely, if you're angry, if you're any of these emotions and you're eating, then your body's not properly digesting this stuff, right? My daughter was able to digest all her shit and all of that and all of that. There are so many of us who will take one experience and will carry it, and a month later we'll be thinking about it still. And you have to know that if you're losing sleep, energy, or time on it, it's hurting you. All right. Open up, give it back to whoever the fuck it belongs to so you can keep going. All right. Pack light. Just making sure we're watching our time. Okay, hold on. Um, all right. Yeah, we're gonna hold on. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see. Hold on. Okay. All right. So I'll read just a little bit more since we've been on here for 53 minutes. Uh, all right. The Kemites believe that if your heart became burdened through life's lessons, then the scale would be out of balance, opening the way to illness and plague. But if your heart maintained balance with the feather on the scale, then you would be in harmony with life, for your heart would be equal to lightness of inter, the one most high. Then you would be free of disease in body, mind, and spirit, free of disease and dis-ease. Okay. Our ancestors believed that the heart is the gateway to our higher self. They recommended that we check our hearts daily to be sure that we maintain this high spiritual state of Mayat consciousness. For it is through Mayat that we will experience heaven on earth. It is through Mayat that every yoke that oppresses will be broken. Place in your left hand a clear quartz crystal and visualize the white light. In your right hand, hold the feather of Mayat. Now begin. If your heart is heavy due to accumulation of life's challenges, it will create depression, cancer, heart attacks, strokes, premature death, or a life full of anxiety, stress, and pressure. If we can be more transparent, then we'll have more insight to how we're hurting ourselves. All right. Yeah, I think a sister told me recently of a brother who has throat cancer. Okay. And and right when I thought, okay, I'm about to have to explain to her how, not that I don't think she knew already, but I might have to explain to her right quick how spirit will, attack the physical body to help get your attention and shit. And she automatically just starts saying, and I told him, like, all the lies that you have told, it's not funny. And I was like, damn, you're exactly right, sis. You're exactly right. I told you I knew this to be, I believed this to be true before I had any ancient knowledge or book to support it. When my best friend Marty died of brain cancer, the same Marty who his wife would offend him and degrade him so drastically that it would give me a headache. I would cry. You ever cried so much your head hurt? I would cry so much my head hurt listening to her talk to him. And so when he called me and said he had brain cancer, like he's like, yeah, I guess those cigarettes finally did it. And I'm thinking, bro, even the cigarettes, even the how many boxes and boxes did the wife trigger? I know it now. When I don't care for myself the way that I should, when I don't make time for myself, I'll notice a lump or a knot under my breast or some discoloration or something of the sort. My breasts represent my nurturing, my mothering, and not just for me, but my family and you and everybody else. And so when there's a physical issue there, it does bring my mind to the spiritual reasons why it may be happening. Uh, it may it may, but you have to be honest. You have to be honest. You have to be really, really honest and open with yourself. Okay. You got to be open with yourself. Some of us are having back pains and have been for some time. Every day back pains. You don't remember an accident causing this. You don't remember a fight or a fall. You just know that you figure it come with age. But how long realistically have you carried way more people or concerns than what are yours to carry? I know we got this obligation to take care of our mothers and we got the obligation to take care of our fathers and some of us even former lovers and shit. But my point is, if you could sit down and be dead the fuck ass honest with yourself, right? Because some of the shit we doing because it make us feel good as a human. But you ain't here to do feel good human shit. You're here to do feel good God shit. Okay? And when the human start doing all of the shit and using up the God energy, yo, you'll feel it in the physical person. You will feel it in the physical person. So if your back hurts, I encourage you to write out any and everything that you take care of. If you stop doing everything, who would be reaching out to you like, damn, what's up? What's up, Shotty? And that's peace. That's how you'll find out exactly where that comes from. But it's important that you pay attention to these things, family. The ancients did. The ancients did. They knew. We are at a point now where if you have an ailment, we have to run 15 tests and send you to 2 specialists. There was a time where, in your transparency, you knew fucking well why your foot was swollen up. Okay. You knew goddamn well why you were coughing up blood or shitting out blood. Okay. All right. So, here we go. If your heart is heavy due to accumulation of life's challenges, it'll create depression, cancer, heart attacks, strokes, premature death, or a life full of anxiety, stress, and pressure. To keep the heart center clear and clean and filled with beauty, light, and vitality, neither an individual nor a community may continue to harbor past painful experiences. You must accept that every lesson is a blessing and that every experience you receive has given you deeper insight. In order to keep the heart as light as a feather and in a balanced state, we must remain in an active state of meditation so that spirit may continue to reveal to us the divine plan of circumstances. A light heart is reflected in one's peaceful state of mind, body, spirit. Those who are in a state of myot experience contentment, compassion, and wisdom, and the constant inner freedom to manifest their life's purposes. Once in this divine state, one tends not to waver, regardless of the mood swings of other people or conditions. A Maya person is spiritually empowered with the ancient African spirit of truth, justice, righteousness, and absolute harmony. I'm gonna give you that again because I know the human in us have us ready to clap back all the time. Like it's easy to clap back, sis. Nobody's fucking impressed. Cut off game strong as fuck. Nobody's impressed, sis. Nobody is impressed that you know how to take the easy way out. You know how to take the low road. Nobody's impressed. All right. And when I say nobody, I mean not your God, not your mama, not your son, not your daughter, not your sister. Nobody's impressed with that shit. Says, where's the fucking work in it? I need you to remember that shit, yo. Like, how does someone who is truth, justice, righteousness, and absolute harmony respond to dysfunction? You don't go teenage mutant ninja mom. You damn sure don't do that. We got work to do. We got work to do. Sit quietly for a few moments and connect to your heart center. Breathe into the heart. mindful meditation is important. A lot of us have gotten there and are making time and are realistically doing it, and a lot of us just aren't. A lot of us are woke and we read Sacred Woman and we go lay out at the altar. So we figure we do all the things holistic and sacred and meditate. Sit your ass down, meditate, consciously meditate. Treat yourself, my nigga. Your emails is piling up. The little Gmail shit say you got 9,422 emails. Yo, just like Bruce Almighty, yo, the answers to your prayers are piling up. They piling up. They piling up. Okay, they piling up. Some of them been up there so long they're starting to crystallize. Go ahead, meditate. Okay, all the asking and all the prayer you do, meditate. Make time to meditate. Make time to consciously meditate. And I encourage you to do it when you wake up in the morning. Or on a lunch break, as opposed to in the late of the night when you're going to bed, when you're laying down tired, because that's not meditating. Nigga, that's going to bed. He say, really what you did was you stopped falling asleep and started going to sleep. And we do know that there's a difference, right? So we don't want to keep falling asleep. That ain't good for our body. We want to know exactly when the fuck and go ahead and do what the fuck it's time to do. So go to sleep. But that ain't meditating. It's like, what auntie in there doing? Taking a nap. All right. Every time you inhale, you're going to breathe into the heart and out again, very slowly and quietly. Do this 7 times, for 7 is the number for spirit. Every time you inhale, see the image of your heart as light as the feather. All right. Remember, when we're breathing in, we should feel our diaphragm or our stomach blow out. Okay. And I've said this to you over and over again, but hold on, make those and play holy don't come out. All right. So, yeah. Okay. All right, I might have to stand up. All right, so normally when we tell people to suck in or breathe in, when we turn to the side, we'll see the stomach go in like. That's incorrect. All right. You're gonna fill this up with air. So when you're inhaling, this should go out. So, and you're gonna try to push it out. Okay. All right, you're gonna maximize your lung capacity this way. You're also gonna strengthen some of those core muscles, and that's peace. We're doing this 7 times. Every time you exhale, see the image of your heart as light as a feather. With each exhalation, release from the heart center, in degrees or all at once, emotions of anger, depression, and disappointment. With each inhalation, breathe into the heart peace, joy, compassion, balance, serenity. Fam, it doesn't matter if you're saying I love you more or if you're saying peace, 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 peace. These things are all helping you. Listen, just start saying dope. Just start saying dope shit, yo. Just whenever you feel off kilter. There are days when I feel off kilter and people say, are you okay? Yeah, I just feel a little off key. And I've described it several ways: off key, off kilter. I feel like either my spirit or my body, one is ahead of the other. I've said that my mind, body, spirit feel like they're on the elevator. You know how you feel like your head get there before your body get there sometimes on the elevator? Sometimes I feel that way. I'm telling you, nothing pulls all of that together. I don't even have to know what it is. When I begin to speak words like love, kindness, peace, prosperity, power, gratitude, love, honor, regard, you know what I mean? When I begin to speak these words, something starts happening inside me, yo. And this doesn't just work when I'm by myself or feeling in my feels and shit. This actually happens when I'm in the middle of a fucking conversation. I could be on the phone with a fucking customer service rep. And the old me, being honest, the old me would be like, you know what? I need you to go get somebody that got a comma on their check because they don't pay you for the smoke I got. Okay. Then they go get the nigga with the comma on his check, his shit. I'll be like, bruh, I can tell you don't make enough here. Go get me somebody who got one more zero on their check than what the fuck you got. And I realized this was effective, but it was also very ratchet. It was also very painful. And I'm sure that a lot of people took that home and stayed with that. All right. It's a lot different when in my frustration, I say peace, power, prosperity, progression, growth. I say we all the way up, yo. We all the way up. Profit, you know what I mean? Profit. And then it really does change the frequency for both of us. There's too much power. You have way too much to not use it. We've looked at people who have outrageous talents and have wondered how in the fuck can you squander or struggle when you sitting on a pot of fucking gold. So there you have it. You really are that magical. No, you ain't got to call no dead. You ain't got to be able to tell how the fuck I'm gonna die from the terror. Like, really, you have the power to create entire universes and realities around you. The one you see is one you contributed to and created. And so utilize these powers, okay? Utilize these power. The power of verbal affirmations, the power of time management, and the power of financial fucking responsibilities. These are magic powers that Black women and Black communities desperately need. All right. With each inhalation, breathe into the heart peace, joy, compassion, balance, and serenity. The Mayat meditation should become part of you all the days of your life so that you'll be disease free. When the heart center, the Het Haru center of divine love, is light and in balance, then you can experience Haru the falcon. You can experience the Christ consciousness, the inner freedom that takes flight above the denser spirit of Seth, pain, challenge, and disharmony. All right, so we're going to close out this one tomorrow and do some of our recapping. All right, close out this one tomorrow and do some of our recapping. We had a good day today. I'm like, thanks, sis, for her efforts also. And that's good, family. We almost up out of here, y'all. We almost up out of here. 7 days, save your transformation. I shipped out all my books. I don't know if I said that at the beginning of this live or not. If I owed you a numbers book, I think I had 3 people to send to: Noni, Mishan, and Tawana. If there's anybody who I promised the book or committed to get you the numbers book, The Life You Were Born to Live by Dan Millman. Remember, that's a reference book that we want to keep on deck. Okay, The Life You Were Born to Live, Dan Millman. It's $13 on Amazon. I think it's about $20 in the store. But yeah, okay. Well, make sure you have that one. So the next time we cover this, we'll be ready. I'm gonna take a minute. Let's say I want to take a minute to talk gratitude. How changing my mind changed my attitude. I was hella rude before the hey cow. Boy, you can catch this work in your homeboys too. Looks like I wrote a sacred rap. Who she ratchet? Boy, I sound with hella rude before this hey cow. Okay then, Ife got bars and them throwback bars. I don't even know when I wrote that. Shit. Let me find out. I'm your favorite rapper. Oh shit, yo, I've been too loud. I forgot, yo. My sister work in the living room. Damn. All right. All right, I love you. We'll be together again tomorrow. Same bad time, same bad channel, same bad place. Okay. I love y'all. Peace, family. Oh shit. Okay, let me hit the finish button. All right. I love you. I love you. Bars. It's so much more. Like, it's a whole rap. I just ain't want to give it all to you. Oh, that's hilarious. All right. I love you. Mwah. Mwah. Thank you for coming, y'all. Oh, if you're on YouTube and you're not here with me every day when I read, send me an email or message me or comment or something. Hit me up so I can give you the link to my private subscription so you can be with us every day. It's worth $9.99 a month if it's gonna save your life. I love you. Peace. I love you, Adrian. Mwah.